Hello everybody, welcome to my channel once again. Please, if you are new here, hit on the subscribe button to subscribe. But if you are old here, thanks so much for coming back again. Today we're going to take a look at how to design a church flyer with picture and text only, and this is going to be amazing. Without much ado, let's jump into Photoshop and let's get started. Alright, here in the magic world of Photoshop, we'll go to File, New to create our new document, and I'm going to set this document to 4 by 4 inches. So I'm going to change here to inches and change here to 4 by 4, and also change my resolution to 300 pixels per inches and hit on create. Okay, so this is my 4 by 4 document, and I'm going to set my background color, and I'll go for the solid color, and I have the color code already, which is 050029. I promise you I'm going to link this in the description below for you to get access to them and practice if you want. Okay, so today the flyer or this document is going to be amazing because I'm going to use a different style altogether in designing this particular flyer. All right, I'm going to hit on T to take my text tool, and okay, click on it, and I'll hit on G, Control A to select it and resize it of something of this kind. Okay, change my text to Montserrat, and then black, Montserrat black. Yeah. Okay, so I will accept it and also pick my move tool and drag it to somewhere, and drag it to this place. Yeah, somewhere like this. Okay, I'm going to press Ctrl J to duplicate the G, drag it to the right hand side, pick my text tool again, Ctrl A to select, and I'll delete it, and I'll hit on L. But this time around I don't want my L to be in caps, so I want my L to be something of this kind. So I will delete it and hit on L, something of this kind. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. Control J to duplicate it again, drag it to the right hand side, Control A to select everything, Control D to deselect, hit on the text to Control A to select everything, and also O. Okay, go for my text tool again, Control J, duplicate it, drag it to the other side, Control, or I'll pick my text tool again, select everything, and also move towards R. I'm actually trying to do something like glory. Okay, I'm just spelling something like glory. Okay, so go for my text tool and then Control J to duplicate it like this, and then I'll take my text tool again, Control A to select everything, and then I'll click on Y. So this is glory. So after everything, go for my text tool and rearrange all the text that I have created. So I'll go for my ruler, set it exactly on the top of my first letter, which is what? G. Select my L and drag it to somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. Go for my O and also drag it to somewhere here. Alright, I'll also be dragging the ruler to something of this kind here, which clearly means that my O is not to the size of the G and then the L. So I'll take my arrow keys, move it on top a little bit like that. I think this is pretty much cool. Okay, so I'll go for my R and also drag the R to somewhere here, and then finally go for my Y and drag it, go for my Y, go for my Y and then drag it somewhere here, I think it's okay. And then I'll move my arrow tools, take my arrow tools and move it a little bit like this. I think it's making sense now. Okay, so I'll hit on shift and then click and select everything, and then control G to group it, which clearly means that I can move all the text. Though from the starting it was individual text, but now I can move all the text just because I have grouped it. Okay, control T to resize it a little bit like this. I think this is exactly what I want, and then I'll hit on enter. All right, I think it's exactly what I want. All right, so what next is to drop shadow to the letter so that it can flip on each other, so that I can spell or you can see it very clearly. So I'll go for my L and then right click on it, go to the blending options, and then go for what? Drop shadow. Okay, so I'm going to move my shadow to the left. Yes, and then reduce the opacity to something of this kind. 72. We can try any of the okay, I think 75 is working clearly for me, and drag it to somewhere here a little. All right, so I'm going to add some couple of rectangles. So I'll go for my rectangular tool and then select my rectangle, and also draw a very nice rectangle of this kind, and change the color to something like red. Okay, so let's go for red color. I'm actually using Photoshop CC, and any of the version should also work for you. I think so, yeah. So use my arrow keys and make sure I place it in a very nice way to fit this document. Go for my text tool again, then start something like Sunday service. Yeah, Sunday. Okay, Sunday service. All right, so Sunday what? Service. Drag it on top of this, Control plus A to select everything, and then resize it. Yes, something of this kind. And then go for my move tool, drag it and center it, something of this kind. Go for the text tool again, hit on T, and then okay, what is happening? All right, Control A, set everything and change the color to the background color we are working. Or shall we maintain the white color? I think no, let's go for the background color and change my Sunday to from semi bold to okay, let's pick bold. Yes, and then hit on OK. So Sunday. Okay, so finally we'll be adding some kind of text again, that is the date and then the time of this program. So we have what? Dates, and then Control plus A to change the color to white. Change the color to white. Okay, and then go for what? Montserrat. That's actually one of my favorite fonts. Montserrat. Date. Okay, let's go for bold again. Okay, so Montserrat, bold, date, and then I have this. Okay, so it is actually what? 18th 18th July. 18th July. So I'll place it somewhere here. I think it's okay. 2021. Let's add the 2021 the way so it can look so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to change my 20 July, sorry, everything from 18th to 2021 to something like, let's say, semi bold, and then I'll hit on OK. This is exactly what I want. Alt left click and drag to what, duplicate, and then go for what, text to, and control plus A to set everything, and then time. So 09 AM, 09 AM. So 09, sorry, my 09 must be in the yellow color, so I'll pick the yellow color. Something of this kind, I think, is now looking so beautiful. Go for my text tool or my move tool, sorry, and also make sure it is positioned very well. Okay, and then let's add some couple of stuff to it just to make the flyer so beautiful. Okay, so let's pick the text tool again, left click, and let's do something of this kind. Okay, let's take slash. Okay, so 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just be doing something like some kind of stylish way of designing. Okay, okay, I think it's okay. So control A to select everything, and then change the color to white. Change the color to white, and then change from bold to something like medium. Let's see something of this kind too. Yeah, I think I love this one, medium. And then pick my move tool and make sure it is positioned as I want it. Yes, it's positioned as I want it. So control plus T, and then transform it a little bit. Yeah, then hit on enter. Use the arrow keys to position it very well. Okay, so let's go for the venue as well. Let's go for the venue as well. So venue, okay, venue, primary B, school park. So primary, primary, primary B. Okay, primary B, school park. Control A, select everything and change the size to bold. Yep, change the size bold, and I will settle it like this. Yeah, and I will pick what, I'll hit on enter. I'll hit on what, enter. Yes, primary B. So opposite, alt left click and drag, it will duplicate for you. Exactly, that is shortcut keys I've been working with for a while now. So control A, opposite, opposite, um opposite mass filling station, mass filling station, control A to select everything, change it from bold to semi bold. Also resize it to something of this kind here. I think it's making sense now. Yeah, let's change the color to yellow. I think, yeah, let's try something. If it become beautiful, then we'll maintain it, but if it's not beautiful, then we'll leave it. Okay, I think to make sense. So I'll go for what, my move to, and drag it at the extreme bottom of the venue, at the extreme bottom of the venue. Okay, control T. Let's pick the venue itself and resize it a little bit. So Control T to transform it a little bit like this, enter, so that the opposite can be at the extreme bottom of it. Yes, so let's pick the first group. Okay, there. So I want to make sure that I need a space at the extreme bottom, okay, so that I can add some kind of information in there. But when you view it, you can okay realize that there's not enough space at the extreme bottom, so it's better or it's wise I move everything to the top, and then I can have enough space, and then work the rest on. Okay, so I think here we okay. Then I'll pick my abundance as well, drag it to the top, something like this. I think it's okay. And then my first group, I'll just make sure it is going at the top of like this, and then finally I'll pick of God also, and then drag it to somewhere here. Yes, and then my Sunday, and then my rectangle, just hit on a shift, and then it will select everything for you. Then I'll just move everything, sorry, Control plus Z to undo. So I'll pick my rectangle, and then I'll pick my Sunday service as well, and then I'll just drag them to where I want it. Yes, so my date, and then my time, everything, primary B, and blah blah blah, everything. So I'll hit a hot shift to select everything, and then I'll just move them to where I want it, so I can generate enough space for the work. Okay, so I'll go for my rectangle 2, and then draw a very nice rectangle at the extreme bottom. Pick my move to, and then change the color to white. Change the color to white. Okay, so I'll resize it to something of this kind. Yes, note that this flyer is purposely for educational purpose. Okay, I am making this flyer not based on any program. Nobody is organizing any program. The flyer is made for educational purpose. Okay, I will say it again, this flyer is for educational purpose. Okay, so I'll pick my text tool again, and then for more info, call 024 23216. So I want it here, so Control plus A, select everything, and then change the color to the background color as well. Hit on OK, and then change it from semi bold to bold. For more info, okay, I think let's add the O. For more info, contact this number. Wow, this is very beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. For more info, call. So the abundance glory of God Sunday service. I wish you can change the color of the Sunday service to white. Or what do you think? Let me know exactly what you think. Okay, the abundance glory of God. So these are the resources I'll be using to set the background, and then this is the image I'll be using for this particular flyer. I earlier on said the flyer is not meant based on any program. Nobody is organizing any program. Nobody is organizing any program. It's just made for educational purpose. Okay, this flyer is made for educational purpose. Nobody is organizing any program. So I'll drag and drop the image here, and then resize it to something of this kind, and then hit on enter. Move him here. like this. Yeah, so it's exactly what I want. It's exactly what I want. Control plus T to transform it a little big, like this here. So enter. Okay, so finally let's set our background. Realize that we didn't set any background, so let's set our background. So let's go back to our resources, and then I'll bring my first what mountain here. Okay, so I'll resize a little bit. So let's drag it to something of this kind, then enter, then enter, move it on top. Okay, something of this kind is okay. Go and change it to what, Lumina City, and then I'll add my layer mask to it, and then hit on G, which is what, the gradient tool, and then I'll click off the bottom. So I'll be doing something of this kind. Yes, so this is exactly what I want, but let's do something of this kind again. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, and then I'll be going for my second image, drag and drop it in what, Photoshop, hit on what, enter. But at this time I should be at the down of the first image, and then change the blending mode to something like Lumina City. Okay, add my layer max to it, and then hit on G, which is what, my gradient tool. Then I'll start what, cleaning the areas that I don't need. I don't need all these areas. Yes, this is exactly what I want. So let's add something of this kind here. Yes, so hit on B, which is what, the brush tool, and then brush off all these places. I don't need them. Brush off all these places. Yeah, so this is exactly what I want. Pick my text tool again and add, okay, so let's go for something of this kind. So house of liberty. Okay, so the layer is not showing just because it is layers, so one layer can be on top of the other. So make sure the layer you are working with must be at the top so that it can be shown. Otherwise, be working and work and work and work, and you will never see your text appearing or your image appearing. Okay, so go for what, my text tool again, and space here out. So house of what, liberty. My text tool again. I don't know what is happening though. And then I have to space here out. Control A, change the font to Poppins. Change this font to what, Poppins. Okay, and then from bold, yeah, I think bold is working. So let's pick bold. Then I'll go for what, my move to. So house of what, liberty. House of liberty. House of liberty. Okay, house of liberty. Let's add a couple of what, shadows to it so we can show. So I'll be dropping some kind of shadows the way I think this is working very well. So Nkwanta, house of liberty, Nkwanta. What is happening? I don't know exactly what is happening though. So house of liberty. Nkwanta. Then Control A, change the size from bold to semi bold. Yeah, to semi bold. Then I'll go from my move to and drag it at the extreme. So Control plus A to center it. Let's try to center it and see whether it will be nice. Then I'll go for my House of Liberty also, and then center it. Okay, so Control plus D to this. So House of Liberty, Nkwanta, the abundance glory. You can add anything, maybe House of Liberty, Nkwanta presents the abundance glory of God or anything. Just because the flyer or this flyer is not meant for anything, just for educational purpose. Okay, let's get back to our image and add what do you call it, or add our layer mask to it, and then hit on G, and then clean this area. Yes, clean this area. So hit on C again, our text tool, and okay, so set. So Control plus A to select everything, and then I have this font called Shania Content. Shania is already here. Yeah. So set. Okay, so set Control plus A to resize it like this, and then open it up, and then I will accept it in Photoshop. Go for my move tool, and then I will drag it here. So say, then I'll go for my text tool again, and then okay, so Derrickson. Control plus A to select everything. Change the fonts to Poppins again. I love Poppins. To Poppins again. And then this time around, we are not going to use regular, but rather we're going for something like what is happening. Okay. To medium. Seyima Derrickson. And then make sure we resize it a little bit of this kind. Yes. And then move it up a little bit again. Just take your time in doing this thing. Okay. And then Derrick, okay, Derrickson plus A, select everything, and then resize it very beautifully. Wow, so let's move it up a little bit again. Okay, so I'll hit on what? Okay, to accept it in Photoshop. So Seyima Derrickson, and then I'll make sure it is something of this kind. Yeah. So that's all for today. Maybe you can add a little bit of shadows to the sandy surface, and then the rectangle here, or something. You can add a whole lot of couple of things to it. Alright, so that's all for today. Thanks so much for having time with me and everything. Okay, thanks so much. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. May God bless you. It's Frank here, and I say bye bye.